Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope the lighting is a little better in here with the new roof and everything sealed off up top. We are going to get into some back work this morning and still at the weight loss, still trying to keep the weight off as much as possible and just staying at it as best I possibly can. Been taking it easy with a lot of the upper body stuff lately because I've been overdoing it. I've been feeling like some tension and stuff in my elbows where the ligaments attach. Lucas, good morning. Um, I've been focusing more on getting the garage finished and built. That's why it's so much brighter and stuff now. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to be doing some organizing and stuff here and there. I'm going to try to get out some of this automotive stuff. So if you guys are in the area and you know who I am, a lot of people notice me out in public and stuff around here. And we've talked several times. They now just wave. It's not a big deal anymore. I try to keep the attention off of me if I do see somebody in public. Good morning, Ed. So basically, you meet a few times, you have a couple conversations, and it becomes normal because you're the guy that they watch on YouTube, right? So if you're from the area and you watch me, which I know there's a bunch of you that know where I live, you guys know who I am. We've met in public and stuff before, and you guys want oils or something like that, and you know that I have it. If you want, just reach out to me and be like, hey, you got any extra oil or anything that you want to give away, chemical wise, detailing wise, whatever it is, car wise. I'd love to come pick it up, and I'll see what I have, and I'll let you have it. To be honest with you, I just got tons of stuff that I've collected over the years, automotive wise. That some of it would probably go for some pretty big money. Like I got a set of Lincoln Town Car center caps. Those always people steal those all the time. I have a set of those, OE, not aftermarket. I have like a 300 some liter per hour in-tank fuel pump for a what would replace like a Crown Vic Grand Marquis Lincoln Town Car fuel pump if you want to go to a high performance fuel pump, 340 liter per hour. I've got just all kinds of things sitting around that I probably could sell to make some money from, but I'm not really looking to do that. I'm looking to just help somebody else out, pass it on to somebody else. I just got random things that I had intentions of doing something with, bought them brand new, and then never did it. Like I have a dispensary reservoir, a hydraulic 5-gallon reservoir that I was going to use to pump oil in and out of, and make a whole like onboard oil filtering system to test oil filters. And I bought the pump, I bought the hose, I bought the reservoir, I bought like an oil filter mounting base, and then I was like, you know what? I just don't have dedicated time to do stuff like this because I'm constantly on the go all the time. Now I have a kid, a baby, and a teenager at the same time, so it's even more difficult to get anything done. It's almost impossible sometimes to do the things that I want to do because I have other responsibilities. So if you know that I have something, or if you've seen something and you want it, say something to me about it. Be like, hey, what are you doing with that intake manifold for that Grand Marquis, or that lower plenum for the Grand Marquis that attaches to the throttle body? Oh, you want it? You could have it. I don't want it, Or, you got a couple chainsaws. Do you want to get rid of any? I can come by and pick one up. I really need one. Something like that, or just whatever it may be. I have good energy at 5 a.m. dedicated. I was up at I was up at 1:30 this morning. Yeah, the baby kept moving, and I noticed that she loves sleeping next to me and Mom. Either her face is right in Mom's face, or her feet are right on my chest or right in my face. And she loves putting her feet on me, and she loves like cuddling up next to me because of my warmth. But she's so hot as it is that it overheats me, and then I can't sleep. So I'll sleep as long as I can in bed with her to keep her comfortable and stuff like that. And then I typically nice and easy slip out of bed. Then I realized, man, there's chores and stuff I still got to get done. I want to get the garbage out. I want to pick up the trash at the curb where the garbage man like left the chunks of wood and stuff like that when I threw out a bunch of scrap wood that I couldn't use. I got to pick all that up. I wanted to get up and actually check the dog's water and food and stuff because I didn't remember doing it before I went to bed. My daughter did, but I just wanted to double check it again. And then, just come to the garage, pick up a few things in the garage, go air up the tires in the the Suburban that my wife drives every day because I noticed they started dropping a little low. So I went out, took that Oak Reineck jump pack, the one that's kind of fast compared to the other ones, and went out there and aired up all the tires on the Suburban. One was like 17 psi low, another one was like 7-8 psi low. Each one of them were like 7-8 psi low, other than the one that was 17 on the Suburban. And then I went to the Sierra, and it had 2 tires that were low, like 7-8 psi. So I aired those up, and then finally the jump pack died after like 6 tires, and I was extremely impressed. I almost had time to jump the Sierra as well. I was actually working on a video while doing all that, and then I was like, you know what? It's time for me to start my morning anyway. I can put this video stuff off some other time. I need to get started. I need to get the workout in this morning. I have taken like 3 or 4 days off from working out because I've been up in the ceiling putting in this roof and stuff and these lights that I wanted it to be better lit in here when I was working out. I wanted to be able to see my progress more when I'm working out. I felt so dreary over here in this corner working out with no lighting and the roof not being finished. So I finished the lower part, finished the upper part, made it all safe for them to actually go up there and move things around and store things. I reinforced the joists, tied some of them into the rafters, and then got a bunch of garbage and stuff out that was sitting around. Now I want to organize some of my tools and stuff more. So that's why I got up early this morning. I said, man, there's too many things that I could be doing right now instead of sleeping. I know sleep is important, but sometimes you got to make those sacrifices when you have a family. In order to make time to do things, you have to sacrifice sleep sometimes to get those things done. Now, should I be doing that? Probably not. But I got to get the things done. So I'm to the point now where, I mean, it's getting there. It's not completely there yet. You know, I'm still losing. I decided to just eat clean for the last few days. I did throw some carbs in there. I did want some simple things because I was feeling really flat. I didn't understand why I was feeling flat. I've been feeling flat and kind of lethargic, almost nauseous with a headache every once in a while since almost Christmas. And it's been killing me. And my wife, she's been sick since Christmas. I don't know what this bug is that's been going around that everybody's complaining about. But I was like nauseous and I had a constant headache. I couldn't get the headache to go away. The nausea would come and go. And then I felt really flat, low energy. I wasn't liking the way I looked. I was kind of getting down on myself and depressed. Me and my wife were kind of butting heads a little bit, and I've noticed that one of us has to be the person that kind of backs off a little bit, and she had every right to be edgy and cranky and stuff like that because she had it worse than me. So I understood when she would get short with me and stuff like that. Would it bother me? Sure. But we had to talk it out, and we both realized it was communication, and it's a really bad time when both parents are sick at the same time trying to get things done and communicate with each other. When one needs help, they're so stubborn and sick, they won't communicate with the other one. And when the other one needs help, they won't communicate with the other one. So it gets kind of difficult. You got to communicate. You got to work through that. And I seen that she was way, way worse than me. So I just kind of, for the most part, when she'd ask me, hey, how do you feel? Hey, what's going on? Greetings. Greetings from down under. So it was just a matter of sitting down and communicating and then just realizing that that's a tough time. It's tough to take when you're sick and the other person's sick, to have that much consideration and concern for them when you're trying to make yourself better as well. So you're both trying to do the same thing while still raising a family, communicating, doing the husband-wife thing, going to here, going to there, going to family events. And it's difficult. It's taxing. It's stressing. It is hard, very hard, but those I think are that's part of life with growing pains. You cannot just sweep it away. You have to either communicate about it, deal with it, be quiet about it in the meantime, and then talk about it when it's all over. So I think last night me and my wife sat down. It's been a couple weeks that we've been dealing with this, kind of frustrated with this, and we sat down and we just talked it out. And it was like, both of us were having a hard time communicating with exactly what I was having a harder time understanding my wife and what she needed because I was sick. And for some reason lately, when I've been sick, I've been getting kind of grumpy, and that's normally not me. Normally I just want to be by myself and be quiet when I'm sick. But whatever this sickness is lately has got me really kind of grumpy and edgy. And I'm glad that I feel better now. I'm glad that the headache isn't there. I think I shit it all out last night, to be honest with you. Sorry for the language, because I went to go sit down on the pot, and I was like, what the heck was that? It was just, I know TMI, but when you're sick, these are the things that happen. This is how your body gives you cues that something is wrong with you, and you need to pay attention to them. And my wife was dealing with the same thing as well. So it's, I don't know. Lately, it's just been bad. People at work have been getting sick. I've been seeing social media influencers and stuff, like moms talking about how their kids are sick, they're sick, and it's been since around Christmas. So it's been a little tough. And like I said, I've been feeling flat. So I was like, maybe I can add some carbs in. Maybe I can just go to a holiday event, a New Year's event, and just eat whatever I want, but be sensible about it. And I did. I had sensible portions of whatever I wanted, and that didn't fix anything. It actually didn't fix anything by me carbing up or adding sugar to my diet. It didn't make me feel fuller like I thought. I thought I was looking kind of flat. Like I couldn't really see a lot of, I wasn't pumped like I normally was. And I was like, man, I got to add some sugar to my diet. I'm looking like awfully flat and like sunken in, and it just looks terrible. And that didn't fix anything. It was just simply me rehydrating, continuing to eat good, and then getting over the sickness. And then my body was kind of like, okay, now you're ready to kind of get back to normal. Now I can reflect and look back on what's happened over the last few weeks, or almost few weeks, and try to make adjustments in the future if I ever feel that way. Try to make a conscious effort to remember how I felt whenever this happened, and how I could act better to try to get through it and prepare. So anyway, I want to stop rambling on, and I'm going to get to some of the working out stuff. If you guys want to join me, if any of you got dumbbells or something around, this is some stuff you guys can do with me. Hey, good morning, Kevin. I do want to get into my workout though, so I'm going to throw I've got a barbell here. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Some people call it like landmine barbell curls, or not curls, but rows. You can either stand over the bar and straddle it and do it with two hands and using a device to go under the bar, or you could actually use your hand. Yeah, it is. So I figured the best thing for me to do when I'm sick like that is what you said was it's physically and mentally taxing to train through illness, and it is. So instead of me like making myself feel 10 times worse by trying to train through it, I decided to just stay busy, just try to be active and keep the blood flowing, keep fluids moving, and see if that would help. And that actually did end up helping, I think anyway. Maybe it made it worse, I don't know. I think it helped. So I came out here and I started doing the floor in the garage, the ceiling in the garage. I started like cleaning stuff up and trying to find things to do just to stay busy, and I think it worked. But anyway, let's get to these barbell. This is a single arm barbell row. Basically what you do is you go to the end of the barbell and you kind of bend over a little bit. And what I try to tell people when they bend over is whenever you're doing a barbell row, the closer you have your arm, or the higher you have your arm up, the more bicep you're going to get into it. The further you have your arm down when you're pulling, if you're pulling into your back here, you're going to get more of your back involved. So you want to kind of keep your arm back and not up towards your chest. So you stop that bicep activation and you get more of your back into it and you don't cheat yourself. What I mean by that is this. So if I start here, so I can't really, if I start here and I'm too far back and I'm pulling like this, let me see. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not. Let me take this thing out and show you and see if I can. A lot of people don't understand this about like body mechanics. Mechanics in general, like body mechanics in general. You try to eliminate other muscle groups interfering with the workout that you're doing. So if I'm going to be slightly hunched over here and I'm going to be doing rows with the barbell, the further back I am, the more my arm comes in front of me, the more I'm actually going to get more bicep activation, and I don't want that. I want to be here. I want to have the bar as close to my side as possible, so whenever I'm down here and I'm doing this, I got a lot of back activation versus up here when I'm closing this gap and it's more bicep activation. So if you're gonna do this, it's here like this. By your side, bend over, pull back, pull back. So when you pull, you want your hand down by your side instead of up in front of you. Too many people stand too far upright doing that, and they don't have the right activation because they're allowing their bicep to help them close the gap instead of actually doing it the correct way and engaging more of your back than you. So if you guys got dumbbells, you can do it with dumbbells too. You can do the same variation, just kind of bent over a little bit, bring your dumbbell down by your side here, and just go straight back and pull that elbow like you're tucking it to the center of your back. Of course, you're not going to reach the center of your back, but it does work. Who else is working out right now? Who else has got their dumbbells in the living room killing it right now? Come on. Go get a set of dumbbells. Get a 20-pound, 30-pound dumbbell, 15-pound dumbbell, and join me in the mornings. Oh, wait. Did I do both sides? I don't remember. Did I do my right side? I don't think I did I? I'm tripping. I don't think. Did I do it? Did I do my other side? I don't even remember if I did. Oh, I did. Okay. Man. It's been a long couple days, guys. I'm losing it. I'm honestly losing it. Let's see. All right, I got a 45 and a 25 on there. You're not trying to lift every single weight that you have in the gym. You know, get something sensibly that you can pull back and you can feel that you know that it's there. You're not trying to kill yourself doing this, but you're trying to get a real good workout in. I try to typically go 12, 12. I try to get 8 to 10, try to get 8 to 10. I'll do like 4 sets, and my first 2 are kind of like lighter working sets, and my last 2 are working sets that I want to be failing at, like between 8 and 10. And if you're older, when I say older, I want to say like 50 plus, try to focus on a little bit lighter weight, but trying to hit that 12 to 15 rep mark the first 2, and then finish at 10 to 12 your last 2. And then I would say if you're like 60 and above, it would be safe to go for lighter weight, 15 to like 20 reps of something lighter on your first 2, and then on your last 2, do try to get 12 to 15 and fail at that. So it's like, it statistically shows whenever you're up in age more, it's better to stay with a lighter weight and more reps, because it kind of keeps your muscles activated, keeps the ligaments and stuff moving, keeps the blood flowing, gives you a little bit more of that slight cardio effect while you're working out. Weights with cardio effect is amazing. It's the most critical thing you can do. When you're older especially, kind of keeps everything moving and loose, and you're still strengthening at the same time. When you're younger, you can handle more of that abuse and stuff, that trying to get that aggressive strength gains and stuff in. It's easier for a younger person to do it than it is for an older person to do it. But older people, they supplement, they inject, they do all those other things, and they get just as big and strong as well. It just all depends on what you want in your life. Ay, 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 ay. Woo-wee. Throw another 10 on there. See how that feels. I'm already starting to get tired from this workout because I barely do it. So, yeah. And if you didn't want to grab the bar, what you could do is this. You could take a strap and put around it, the end of it, and use a strap. Get your grip a little tighter in. Ay, ay, ay. This really works your grip, having one of these around the end of the bar, because the bar wants to try to twist, and you have to help stabilize the grip the entire time to stop the bar from twisting. I want it to be like a typical morning thing where we get a bunch of us on here at one time and all of us like working out. Get some dumbbells. Get a couple resistance bands. I just threw a 5 on there. I got a 45 on there now, a 25, a 10, and a 5. Just because one arm is, well, coming off of the sickness, my energy is not what it should be right now, but it's okay. It's enough to get some work in. Come on. Come on. Oh, wow, that is killer. That is killer. Woo. That's a good workout. It's a simple workout, but that's a good workout. I've got a Smith machine coming in. There's going to be a whole different setup just like this one, but on the other side of it, a power rack setup. But it's going to have a cable crossover system and a Smith machine, so I can use both of them. Okay. Oh, jeez. Ooh-wee. Go walk on my treadmill. Have a great day. Safe, fun day. You as well. Good morning, Stoker. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to do some lat pull downs to work a different area of the lats. Except I'm going to do a variation where it digs into the lats a little deeper and really blows up your lats, like makes them huge kind of thing. I'm going to do two variations. I'm going to use this bar here. These I want to be a little more controlled and activated than others that I've done. So, put this here, like so. What I'm going to focus on doing to activate the lats a little bit more for the wider back look is instead of pulling here, so if you look, if I pull here, I'm pulling right into my biceps are doing a lot of work right now when they should not be doing a lot of work. But look what happens if I lean back some. My arms rotate forward. You see, that naturally happens. Watch. So my head's at the bar right now. I'm pulling to my chest. It is a lot of back activation, but it's not enough. If you want all the back activation, the lat activation, this is not it. You come down and then roll back, and your arms want to naturally roll forward. The elbows roll forward, and you open up the bicep so it's pulling less. What ends up happening is your lats have to do more work to pull it down. So you see a lot of people in the gym, they're way back here like this. Yeah, that's working back, but it defeats the purpose of trying to practice a movement where you have to be strict on how you're pulling the weight. So I like to figure out where my straight down point is, which is right here, and then I like to come back. I'll release from my shoulders. I'm looking straight up. I go ahead and lean back, and where my shoulders stop moving back, that's where I want to be. And then when I pull it down, my elbows are already forward, and I'm pulling more with my back than trying to pull with my biceps. If I pull here, my biceps are doing a lot of work to try to curl it in. And you don't want that. That's defeating the purpose of the workout. So look up, lean back, my shoulders stop right there, and then I pull down. Pull down. Pull down. And I don't know why I do it, it just feels more natural to me. What I try to do is I try to bring my chest in, and then I squeeze with the bottom of my back. I picture the back of my back muscles coming together and squeezing at the bottom, and I can feel it all the way into my spine. So when you picture that and you have that mind-muscle connection, amazing things happen. Amazing things happen. So look up, lean back, shoulders stop, I'm ready. Squeeze. Squeeze. I feel it. And I wasn't even doing that much weight. That was only 25 on each side, so swap it out for 45s. How do I want to do this? Okay. Well, I got my weights stacked up a little wrong, so it's harder to get to them to get them where I want them. So now I'll fix what I got screwed up here. Okay, now, same thing again. Is this thing working? It is working. Same thing again. Alright. Now I'll throw a 25 on. Ooh-wee. Who else is working out? Come on. Get those weights out. Run in place, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever you got. Get at it. Rise and grind. Early bird gets the worm. In the military, we used to sing a song called Up in the Morning Before the Sun, and then you would repeat, up in the morning before the sun, that's the way the job is done. Or that's the way the job gets done, some people would say. Some people would say that's the way the job is done. So that was how we woke up every morning with PT. Up in the morning before the sun, that's the way the job is done. Woo. All right, let's go. Woo-wee. Ah. Now I'm going to throw a 35-pound plate on, take the 25 off. Ooh. 3 people. If y'all haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whee! Okay. Now, another variation to doing this is laying back even further and switching out your grip to a different grip. Switch over to this. On this, I'm gonna try to do a little bit more volume than strength. I want that blood flow. I want to feel that pump. Let's see. That's nice. That's real nice. That is nice. The next one will be same weight, except it'll be pause sets. On the bottom pause, then up. On the bottom pause, then up. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, I feel the lats activating. They're already starting to cramp a little bit. That's why I keep going like this with my arm, because my lats they're full of blood right now. That's for sure. All right. Feel it, squeeze it, pull back. Oh yeah. Yeah. I definitely feel it. I feel it. Let's see. One more. Let's throw a couple more weights on there real quick. Come on. Right. Okay. The next variation I'm going to do is a variation that a lot of people do wrong. It's a pullover, but it's a specific way of doing a pullover. And there's two different target areas that you can hit with this pullover. So, oh, that feels good. That's a nice stretch. It's real nice. Oh, all right. So a lot of people, they'll have, let's show you here. They'll have a bar like this up here, and they'll try to pull from here thinking this is a good position to start in, and it's not. The good position to start in is actually down here, where your head is next to your arms and you're pulling through and down. Actually, a lot of guys, they don't even need to go all the way up. They can just go, they can do halves and work that area there. Or they can go up, arm next to their head next to their arms, and they can pull halves from there. Making sure that you're activating. One body stance may feel more comfortable than the other. So maybe you want to do one standing up and one kneeling over. But to try to pull all the way down from a standing up position, you're not getting full activation. It's just not happening. You gotta be laying down on a bench and doing like a barbell or easy curl pullover from a deficit to get that area worked properly. A lot of these people don't. You gotta think about how you're activating the muscle and how to get pretty much complete range of motion without activating other muscles with it. So I like to start here, and I'll do like 10 here. I'll do halves from here. And then I'll do halves from halfway down, standing up. So here, down. Oh, it feels good. Feels good. Feels real good. I'm starting to see the more fat that I'm losing on my chest, I'm starting to see more veins in my chest. And the more fat I'm losing on my arms, I'm starting to see all the veins coming into my arms when I'm working out on both sides. This, I never really seen the muscle before, and now I'm starting to see the separation and the more fat that I lose under the skin. It used to be real flabby and fat. Well, now I've only got the fat in the soft areas under the skin, and I'm starting to see the muscles come up my arm, or the veins come up my arm now. I've never seen that before. The last time I seen something like that was when I was like 22, 23 years old. So it's working. It's just a very, very, very slow process. If you think you're going to start this weight loss journey, health journey and stuff, and it's going to happen within a couple months, 5 months, no. This is going to take me well over a year to get where I want to be. And I work hard at it. Some people it comes more natural, some people it don't. I'm trying to slow down the weight loss and focus more on the strength gains right now because I don't want as much loose skin as I was going to have. And I want to give it time to retract. I'm eating more foods that are hair and nail and skin healthy. Eating the collagen and stuff from the chicken and the beef and all the gristle. Anything that I can eat that's part of a connective tissue and an animal. And it's really helping quite a bit. Good morning. Morning, Maddie. Sorry I didn't see you. Too busy talking. All right. Okay. I'm focusing on pulling out with the bottom of the legs. Okay. Shoo-wee. All right. You bought the Mazda 3, 553 horse, 450 foot-pounds. Wow, man, it's nice. It's got to be a little snot rocket. Maybe you can send me some pictures, email me. I'd love to see it. It's my email's in my the description of the channel. If you go to the main like icon and it says about the channel, my email's in the description. Another thing that you can do as well is on your lower cable on the bottom of your machine, you can let me angle this down a little bit. This one of these is going to be my last. This is my last like 1 or 2 sets, and then I'm going to start getting out of here to get to work a little early because I got to be home a little earlier today. I got some stuff going on later. Where did I put that cable? What did you guys do with my grip? Who stole it? Come on. Alright. Who's the wise guy? Who stole my grip? I know I hung it on something. I seen myself do it. What did I hang it on? Sheesh. It's getting bad. It's getting old stuff. Ain't for the faint of heart. go, you son of a gun. I know I got another one over here, but this ain't it. I put that sucker down somewhere. Now I'm not going to be able to find it. Why did I do that? This one's not it. It's a different one that I had. See, that's what I hate in the camera. Like, I can look at myself. I like the way my shoulders, my back, and everything look. But you can still see where I used to have the big fat chest with all the fat all over the place. Well, all the fat is gone now on my chest. And it's just right here on the bottom. And it went from my back all the way around to my front. And now the stuff on the back is gone. And it starts like right here under my armpits. And it's slowly shrinking. But it's just this, ugh, God, I hate it. And all the skin on my belly where I used to be like out here like this. Like big round, all my skin's going like this. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I'm definitely gonna end up having skin surgery if it's that bad. I just can't do it. Alright, let me try this here. Alright, so this is the other variation of doing pulls. I like to kind of sit down and use my hand over here to stabilize, and I pull back and I hold. 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 Whoo-wee. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to get there. Everything else is coming together, but there's some areas that I'm just insecure about. Good morning, Jaybird. Good morning, Cheap Rolling. Metal. Anybody I didn't say good morning to? Good morning to you, Old School Hustler. Good morning. But the machine that I have coming in, it's got a pulley system here that you can drop all the way down. You can do your chest flies. You can do your crossovers from up top to get the upper portion of the chest, the lower portion of the chest. I wanted the cable crossover system. I love working different areas with that. I needed it, and it actually has a bar right here that goes down on each side, and it has a Smith machine set up as well. So it's got like 4 or 5 stations all in one, where this only has 1, 2, 3. The other one's got like 5, maybe even 6. And you can do the same stuff on that you can do on this. You can actually put your hooks and stuff on the outside. So I would have been better off just going with the other one than buying this one, but now I'm going to have a dedicated squat rack, like lat or a chest rack, or not chest but back rack, and the other one's going to be all the accessory work stuff that I can do. All right, here we go. and then throw some face pulls in there. I really like these a lot. I try to stand back outside the rack, and when I pull, I kind of put a little bend in my knees, support myself like I'm gonna squat, and then I pull to my face. Try to keep my elbows up. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Mel. I'm excited to take a look at it. There's one other really weird workout that I like to do. I don't think I'm going to do it this morning, even though I have time. Like I said, I want to get to work a little early, but a lot of people think it's weird. I think you can actually get a lot of benefit out of it. When I used to power lift and like bodybuild, like train when I was younger, it's something that I love to do. Mind you, 255 pounds at 5'10" at 23 years old, that's a big dude. Like, I'm trying to get there again, and I'm getting there. But back then, I had 21 and a half, 22-inch arms all the time, man. I was just, and I was doing nothing but powerlifting and bodybuilding as much as I could. I never got into the bodybuilding stuff because I could never get lean enough, but I got huge. I got jacked. And I used to do a specific workout. People would ask me why I'm doing it. And I'd say, why do you think my back looks as big as it does? It's not all huge, like defined and all like veiny and stuff, but it's huge. It's wide. And it was because of specific workouts that I did. And one of them was specifically something I really love to do. And I'll show you when I'm done with it. I'm only doing 2 sets of those cable pulls down there and 2 sets of the face pulls up here, just because I'm crunched for time. All right, I'll show you. This is the 2 different angles to do it at. One day of only bone broth and water will make your cheat day better. Yeah, I guess. Flush it out. Fast it off. All right. So I think this is called. It's a form of. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's called. It's a form of scapular retraction. And what I like to do is, when we normally get into movements, we try to pull right away into the movement, and then we slow down here, and then we pull fast into it, and we do the slow release. I think there's a part of the muscle you're missing, and that's the part of the muscle that needs to be worked the most is right off the hip. And what I mean by that is, when I do those face pulls, what I do is I try to walk back as much as I can until my arms feel like they're stretched. But what I really could be doing is, I'll show you. Sorry, disconnected for a second. I hope I can demonstrate this and not look like an idiot. So, maybe you already think I look like an idiot, I don't know. Anyway, so my arms are all the way forward here, right? And I think the part we miss the most is the initial muscle off the hip. Because we try to go and we try to get into it and make our movement. But if what we did was take the slack out of the rope, arms straight back, let your shoulders roll as forward as possible. Feel the stretch in your shoulder blades. And then don't even pull back, don't do anything. Just pull into it, just nice and easy with your shoulders. Right there, that movement where my back retracted and pulled with that initial part of the muscle that we never focus on. So if I'm here and I'm going to pull, shoulders back, retract, squeeze. Squeeze. And that's that muscle that nobody ever focuses on. We go right into the pull and then slow release. And they're like, okay, 1 second down, 2 seconds up. Well, there's part of that workout you're actually missing. So what I like to do is I'll actually do 2 or 3 sets of, I'll put some weight on, I'll let my arms sit forward as far as I possibly can. And then what I'll focus on is I'll go here, I'll let my shoulders roll all the way forward as far as I possibly can, and I'll go like this. And I'll hold it. And hold it. And hold it. And only use the muscles in my back to let everything roll forward and back. And it's a muscle group nobody ever focuses on. I try to keep my arms locked out, but sometimes I have a tendency to kind of bend a little and then I'll try to fix it. Okay. I notice I'm cheating a little bit with my shoulders, so what I want to do is lean back more and focus more on the pull and get my shoulders out of it. I'm leaning too far forward and I'm letting my shoulders pull more than my back muscles. And it's important, just keep the back muscles engaged alone. It's burning now. It's an area that we never work. I don't know if you can see from a different angle here. I'm not doing anything other than just pulling back with my arms and squeezing at the back. Letting it roll forward as much as possible and then squeezing at the back. See, I just bent my arm. I'm trying to cheat because it's starting to get hard. All right, starting to burn. Starting to burn. But I don't know if anybody's ever showed you guys that, but that's an area that nobody ever works. And that's that initial muscle that goes right down next to the spine that you're using to pull back and squeeze. You're not using anything else. And nobody ever focuses on that. When I was younger, I loved that, the way that made me feel. I loved grabbing the bar and just letting my shoulders like be loose and just let my shoulders roll forward. And it's like, oh my God, it feels so great. And the muscles along the spine, it stretches them real nice. Just let yourself relax and just let your body just roll forward, or let your back roll out to the side. Oh, it feels nice. Or you can grab like a bar or something down low and you can do the same thing. Just like I'm grabbing the bar here, and just allow yourself to relax, allow your chin to come forward, allow your back to kind of roll over, your shoulder blades turn in. Oh man, stretch all the way down the mid to lower section of your back. Just keep letting it roll, keep letting it roll. That stretch feels good. And nobody ever does those things. And that's what I'm like, you'd think then, if you know all this stuff, how'd you get overweight? Because I didn't care. Because I had a lot of things going on with me health-wise that I just let it control me and I didn't care. And then, so down low is the lower portion of the back. Up high like this. And then let your chin go down. Let your back release itself. Oh. Oh. It feels amazing. When I get more confident to take my shirt off, I'll show you the muscles that are working. You'll be able to see better, but I'm not that confident yet, and I'm not doing that. But it's more for the guy. You know, I'm not trying to show off for the girls at all. But it's more for the guys that are going through the journey that I'm going through. There's a lot of you that have reached out to me that say, I motivated you to start your health journey, and you've lost 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. You get up every morning and you work out now. Sometimes you work out with me, which means a lot to me. Having the guys, the friendship and stuff from the guys, and being able to reach out to another father to change their life, even the women as well, but I make a better connection with the guys, obviously. That means the world to me. That means so much to me that something that I'm doing is actually helping somebody else, regardless of what the reason is. Okay, one more, and I'm done. I'm focusing on the squeeze at the back. I feel it right between my shoulder blades. It burns. I think my back is done. I'm starting to cheat. Shoulders forward. Man. Alright. That's all I got. I ain't got no more juice. Yeah, like a back shoulder. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Jay Bird. Instead of doing the shoulder shrugs like that, you're using the center of your back between your shoulder blades. That muscle that's in the middle that nobody really tries to target. Turn that heater off. I don't have to run all the heaters anymore in here. Plus, it is kind of nice out right now. Compared to what it's been in the negatives and then 10, 11, 12 degrees and stuff. It's like 40 out right now. It's really odd. That's why everybody keeps getting sick. Oh, yeah. That's explained perfectly, Jaybird. The back shoulder shrug. I like that. I think I'm going to call it that. A back shoulder shrug. That actually sounds good. People be like, what the hell are you talking about? You could do it hanging, even if you wanted to do it hanging. You could kind of do like a light variation where you hang down and you got the bar. Just keep your back neutral and hold the bar and just pull with your shoulders. Instead of pulling up towards your ears, you pull back towards, oh, brother. Wait a second. Wait a second, Chief. The hamster is turning. The hamster is turning. Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. That might be something different. Yeah, that's going to be something different. For sure. Probably just throw a 45-pound plate on. You probably wouldn't even need to do a lot of weight. Let's see here. All right, let's try this out. I want to make sure that you guys can see. Good morning, Robert. All right, Jaybird. You got the old man's hamster moving. All right, close or wide? I'm gonna try both. I'm gonna try close and then wide. I'm gonna do both. So I'm gonna do an over grip. All right, hang down a little bit here, and then oh yeah, that actually feels really good. What if I did a wide and I did an under grip? Under, because I would be pulling more to the back, then over rotates the shoulders out, where under rotates the shoulders in and the elbows in, probably engages back more. You try under. All right, under. Under works better. Yeah. But that's also a variation of the Robert. Yeah, that guy's pretty cool, man. That guy's actually ripped. If you've ever seen him not do the comedy side and work out, for him to be so skinny and small, he is ripped. For posture, yeah, I think a lot of these exercises that we were just doing will all fix posture stuff. A lot of stuff for posture is just habit, man, to be honest with you. It's habit. It's getting yourself to stop doing some of the things that you're doing. Strength can do it, stretching can do it and stuff. I think stretching and habit are more important for posture than actually strength training, but any of these can benefit strength. Posture, for me, the best thing that I've ever done, and don't take my advice because I am not a physical therapist, I am not a trainer by any means. I just know what works for me and what I've learned over the years. What I find really helped me with posture was strengthening up my lower back into my glutes, and that activation comes from this here. For me, this worked the best. So I would do like Romanian deadlifts. I've got the barbell here, right? So what I would do is I would purposely leave my chin up a little, and not all the way up, and I would just go down to my knees and then back up just to my knees. Keep my back straight. That's what helped me posture-wise. I got to the point where I could do that with like 315 and 405 sets of like 8 to 10, and my lower back was extremely strong. But that fixed a lot of posture things for me, but it was more habit and stretching. I just was not stretching enough at all. So my body became very tense, very tight. Nothing wanted to work like it should, even though I was strong. The best reminder for posture is always hold your hands behind your back, above your butt whenever you're standing. Let's try that. That's a good idea. Actually, okay, let me look at my normal stance, because you might be onto something. I would normally probably just stand like this. Hands. Oh wow, because it makes you posture up. It makes you straighten out. Well, little did you know the simple things, because I normally will just stand like, like this. But if you take your hands and put them together and then raise them above your butt, it kind of makes you want to stand up straight. That's weird. The more you know. That honestly is weird. So I normally would just stand like this, but then doing that, just the movement of taking your arms and putting them behind your back, it almost makes you want to straighten out. And then when you pull your hands, maybe that's why the military has you do that. When you're standing at attention, your arms down to your side, your thumbs along the seam of your pants. When they say parade, rest, and then you snap to that position where the hands are in the center of your back, you automatically actually roll up straight, because that's what they want to see. They want to see good posture. They want to see uniformity. And then you go back to attention and snap the feet back together, thumbs down the seam of the pants. Curl your fingers, curl your fingers, curl your fingers, curl. 6 to the front, 9 to the rear. You guys remember that? Those of you that were in the military? That's probably really good advice, actually. Okay, I gotta get off of here. Y'all be blessed. Take care. Have a great day. I will have some people were asking me for a full video on the transit rear brakes. I will have a full video on the transit rear brakes, and I'm going to do a screen recording of my front brake job that I did yesterday on a transit as well. It's a full-blown video. So just know, I talk about every single thing that needs to be talked about when doing the rear brakes on a transit. I show you the tools. I talk about the nuances, how to get everything apart, pulling the axles, talking about doing the hub, replacing the hub assembly and stuff while I'm there. And so if you don't want to watch something that's long like that and extremely informative, probably one of the most informative videos of me doing it my way and how to get the job done correctly, you don't want to watch that video. Because that video is on point. Anyhow, it'll be out sometime this morning. I don't know. Doing my battery install, BMS reset, and ECU reset, and learn today. Remember how to do the battery reset? What vehicle do you have? And what vehicle? Yeah, what vehicle do you have? I should say. Yeah. Do you have a battery monitor on that? A lot of 15s and 16s didn't have a battery monitor unless it was one of the high-end ones. It would be the negative cable would have a sensor plugged into it. I didn't know you had a battery monitor. I thought it was just a... Oh, so there is a sensor on the negative cable. Well, you know how to do the reset based on my video. Get in the vehicle, turn the key on, either push button start, turn it on, not running, but just turn it on, or turn the key forward if that's the type of vehicle you have until everything turns on, and then flash the brights 5 times and then hit the brake pedal 3 times. And if you give it some time, you'll see the battery light start flashing. And if that doesn't work for you, park the vehicle, lock the doors, let it sit 8 hours, it will reset on its own. But the quick way of doing it, the engineering way of doing it, is flash the brights 5 times, hit the brake pedal 3 times, and it will reset. So, alright, I got stuff I got to do before I get out of here. I'm leaving a little bit early, so y'all be blessed. Take care. Love y'all. See you later. Gotta go. Good workout this morning.